Hey everyone, it's Dr. Joanna Ray, and I'm here with you for another episode of Financial Fridays. So, in today's video, I would like to talk to you about how to get started in investing. I know this is a topic that I get asked often, and basically, I've done a few videos on this topic. I'm going to go ahead and link them in the resources below, and maybe I will put some cards when appropriate. So, the first thing that I would do is to get out of debt. If you are in debt, and it's not your 401k or something like that, which you contribute and have a match from your employer, I probably would hold off on investing and wait until you actually reduce that debt, because you are working against yourself. You are giving so much money in interest away every month, and it's just gonna be like spinning your wheels. So really, you need to get out of debt. That's number one. Number two, build an emergency fund. In fact, I would not get out of debt completely if you have a substantial amount of debt beyond your mortgage and maybe something like student loans, which hopefully have low interest rates. I would build up an emergency fund of about $1,000 if possible. Beyond that, try to reduce your debt even more and build up your emergency fund to about 3 to 6 months of expenses. And I'm going to go ahead and link that video above. That is my emergency fund video. It is really the first step in building more financial resilience. That is something that we talk about so much on this channel, and we are looking at kind of like building that emergency fund for things that are unexpected. If it's something that's expected, you can budget that in and put that as an item in your budget. And the emergency fund is there for like when your car breaks down or your refrigerator needs to be replaced and your tire busts and whatnot. This is not for a vacation. This is not for Christmas gifts. This is specifically for something that was unexpected. So that is step number two. The third thing is to track your monthly expenses and to see what you are spending on a monthly basis. In order to put money out, you need to put money in and see where your money is going before you actually invest it. So if you are working on a negative, if you are running in the red, it's going to be very hard for you to actually invest in the stock market or in real estate. You're gonna need to reduce your expenses or increase your income. I repeat, reduce your expenses or increase your income. And I like to do both. In fact, that's what I'm doing. And it is really just looking at what you're spending on a monthly basis. Maybe get a budget app or use something like Mint. I'm not sponsored by Mint. I actually use a very simple tracker called Fudget. And then I compare that with my anticipated expenses, which is my budget. And I see how I do maybe on a 3-month basis, and I get an average. The fourth step is to see how much money is left over for savings or investing. So first, go back to step number 2, which is to make that emergency fund and save that as much as you can towards your emergency fund until you've reached 3 to 6 months of expenses. So then you can go ahead and start investing. So you can start as small as you want. These days you can buy fractional shares, which means you don't even need to have enough money to buy a full share of a stock or an equity, which is so great for beginners. I can talk about more in depth about investing and how to get investing in another video. Just start small and pay yourself first. Actually put your money to your investments before you start spending it on other things. And that is such an important tip that someone told me that I wish I would have known earlier. Pay yourself first. Pay your future self first, because it's so important to not depend on someone else. The person who's going to take care of you the most is you, and you need to prepare for the eventualities of things like retirement. That's basically it in a nutshell. Contribute as much as you can, as soon as you can, and be aggressive while you're young. You can kind of let off the gas if you do slowly reach your goals, as you will do. And it is something that is a long time frame horizon, and it's difficult for a lot of people to plan in advance, which is why planning for your financial future is not something that people talk about. This is one of the reasons why I'm doing these Financial Fridays, just to get the topic of money out on the table and discussing it on a regular basis. So if you have any questions, please comment down below. I'm happy to field questions and maybe take it into consideration for a future video. So thank you so much for watching, and have a great weekend.